Hello everybody, welcome back to the Flatworld. This is episode 51. It's your buddy Mogswamp here today. So, today is going to be a bit of a special episode. I'm going to be doing a world tour. I got a comment on episode 50 and someone was requesting a world tour to celebrate the 50 episodes. So I've basically created a checkpoint video as well as a photo album that I'll be posting to Reddit, and I'm going to try to spread the video around. So for any of the new people who are coming to the channel, I'm going to put this up a day later. So of course I haven't actually put up the checkpoint video or the album yet, but I will do that. And then you'll see this video a day later. So this is going to be a world tour for anyone who's interested, or subscribers who have come who haven't been here the whole time, and I'll basically just show you around the base. So this is my favorite room pretty much. It's the main room. It's been here forever. So let me just drop down. Right here is a water drop, and we can start from the very bottom. Start it at the bottom and we'll go to the top. So I guess the best thing I can do is drop down here, and you'll see that everything's bedrock. There's some confusing stuff around here, so I'll try to explain it all. So basically what happened was I took a normal flat world and I dug down. So you'll see if I break through the wall here, this is all covered in water, and it's covered in water for as far as the eye can see. That's to prevent all mob spawns. And mobs don't spawn on bedrock, so all these torches are just for my benefit so that I can see. The reason there's so much dirt missing around here was because I need to farm a lot of dirt for placing dirt platforms up above in the sky. So this is where I get all my dirt. If I need any, I just come down here and just plow through it with a dirt shovel, and I'll get plenty of dirt that way. So as you can see, I've cleared out quite a bit of dirt, and it's all been moved up into the sky because I'm actually out of dirt on the flat world here. So moving on. The whole base is basically this big circle. I think it has a radius of, or excuse me, a diameter of 101, I'm pretty sure. And it basically goes all the way up. This is one of the first things I built, and I plan to fill it entirely with rooms. So one day you won't be able to just see the whole circle. You'll always be in a closed room, and you'll never be able to get the whole big picture like you can now unless you come down here into the basement. And speaking of the basement, I'm going to continue with this. This is just some bulk storage in case I need it. A lot of these have like things like rotten flesh in them, or wooden doors apparently. And these are the beacons, and all the redstone you're seeing powers pistons that shut off and on the beacons whenever I want. And this redstone here is for the piston elevator. So I think that's about it for the bottom level. I've got a bunch of cobble here, which is from the cobble generator up above, and this portal goes into the Nether, and it comes out right near my smelting machine, which I'll show you guys soon. But anyways, we're going to continue around the base here. So if we hop right up, since I've got the jump 2 on the beacon, I can just hop right up through here into the fountain, and I end up in the sort of atrium of the base. This is like probably the main room of the tower. Unless you count the one up there that I showed you earlier. So this is also a work in progress. These two hallways are for storage. So as you can see, I've got some item frames, and I store various things around here. It's not super obvious where everything is, but as long as I know where it is, then I'm fine with it. You know, you've got basic food items here, stuff like that. So yeah, you've got a crafting table and some furnaces over here. I've got a clock here, and I'd like to put one on all of the glowstones in here. It's because I don't really know what time it is when I'm sitting down here, because there's no daylight or anything, so it's hard to tell. I just need to trade for some more clocks. If I continue over here, this is a new room I'm working on, which is just I'm planning on building a big tree. So you can see I was kind of laying that out, and I've got some furnaces here. You may be confused by the wool blocks as well as the big hole here. These mark slime chunks, so I've got one slime chunk here. You can see it by the torches as well. There's another one here, which you can see by the wool, and then the last one is right over here, and I've disabled it with water. And usually slimes don't spawn too often, but I'd like to make a slime farm sometime in the future. I may put it here, but it maybe not, because I plan on building a bigger tree farm. This is the tree farm I have now, but it's currently not really working too well. So I'll probably replace it. It works, but it's just, it eats up a lot of bone meal. So I'd like to make a more efficient design. And if I come through here, I hope you're getting a sort of look at the layout. If you come over here, there's another room. This is my automatic AFK cobble machine. Basically, you stand on the pressure plate, and the dropper will spit out an iron pickaxe, and then you mine away, and all the cobble funnels into these hoppers here. And if you break your pickaxe, the system has a timer, and it'll detect that you're taking too long to break the cobble with your fist. It spits out another pickaxe, and you can keep going. So what I basically do is I use iron pickaxes, which I have unlimited iron from my iron golem farm, and I fill up these chests with pickaxes, and then while I'm mining away, I never run out of pickaxes, and all of these hoppers pick up the cobble and shoot them in this big chain of chests here, which are all filled with cobble. So that's how the cobble farm works. Now, over here I can show you, this is the beacon room I was talking about. So currently I'm missing 2 beacons. I need to fight a couple withers, but I have 2 of them up right now, and you can see there's speed and jump boost. So if I ever want to turn jump boost off, I can flick the switch and the piston comes out and destroys the beam, and I can, in 1 second, I'll no longer have the jump boost. And as you can see, and then if I want to turn it back on, now I got the jump boost again. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this space and a lot of this space over here. A lot of this is work in progress. So if I come over here, I can show you this room, which is the piston elevator that I've constructed. It's got a fountain, again, disguised so that I can do a quick drop from either that entrance or that entrance and fall down and take no damage by landing in the water. Basically, you just stand here. It usually doesn't work while I'm recording, because if there's too much lag, you won't make it all the way up. Looks like we're gonna get lucky this time though. So we made it all the way up to the top, and it pushes us out up here. And then as you can see, there's the quick drop I was talking about. But since we're, actually I'll fall down so I can show you. So there's the quick drop I was talking about. And then an alternate way to get up is by this staircase, which wraps around the piston elevator room. And yeah, you can run right up it. And it's pretty fast. I'd like to decorate it somehow because it's pretty plain right now. So here is an automatic melon farm that I have installed. I can't get pumpkins on the Flatworld usually, although I've found a way to get them, I think. If I set my game to Halloween, the mobs will spawn with pumpkins on their head, and I think I can get a rare drop off of one of the mobs, but I've yet to get one, so I may try again sometime. But anyways, as soon as the melons spawn, it will activate, the repeater will go through the melon because it acts as a block. It will activate this piston, which pushes down, and all the melons will funnel into this big hopper chain and hopefully end up in this chest. So that's how that works. And this is just some scaffolding I have. So if we come up here, we'll see that on either side of this central tree farm I've got some farms. So this one's a carrot farm. Basically how it works is you press the button, the water will shoot out of those dispensers, funnel all the way down, and there are hoppers under here. The hoppers will take all of the drops all the way along here and feed into this stack of chests, and there's lights to indicate how full the chests are. So if all of the chests are full of carrots, all the lights will go on, but currently only 1 chest has carrots in it, so only 1 light goes on. I will install the same indicator system on the other side for the potatoes, but I've yet to do so. And yeah, as you can see, there's the tree farm there. So this one is just a manual tree farm. I've also got the automatic tree farm down below, and I have trees outside as well. So I never run out of saplings, which is the most important thing. So you can go down these stairs here, as you can see. Here's a hole which leads down to the quick drop again, just to get you oriented. Both sides lead over to this area right here. There's an alternate way to get here, which is when we came out of the piston elevator, we ended up right here. If you walk this way and go down either staircase, you'll end up in this room. There is a copy of the fountain pattern, and if you drop down, you'll end up in the fountain. I plan to have another floor right here, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So anyways, on this floor, you have these 4 tubes, which is where mobs fall down from the mob system, which I'll show you soon. And in them, there's a typical sorting system, which will sort all the drops into these chests. And I've yet to expand the storage, but I will do that very soon. And so that's how that works. So in the meantime, there's some hoppers here, which aren't actually hooked up to anything yet, but how they work is if we go back to the central room here, I can flick one of these switches. I believe it's not lights, but the XP farm. Right now it's off. If I switch it on, the mobs, rather than coming down those 4 tunnels I just showed you, will come down the central tunnel and end up here. And that way I can hit them and gather their XP. And when I have all their drops in my inventory, I can just put them in these chests and they'll funnel into the hoppers that I just showed you. And these hoppers are currently not hooked up to anything, although I plan to have some chests here with more storage. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that, because I haven't actually planned it out too much yet. So if we go up, you'll see there's this central room. I keep talking about the mob system, so I think it's about time we take a look at that. I currently actually have no way up to the next level, embarrassingly enough. I believe if I go this way I can show you. But for now, I'm just going to show you. So I've got lights for the mob system. I can turn these on and no mobs will spawn. Right now I'm on peaceful mode. Again, there's the one for the XP farm versus the 4 tubes. Then I've got a divert mob flow, which is going to be used for mob sorting if I ever install it. Right now that does nothing. And then here was the switch for the old timer, which I had to rip out, and I may replace that at some point. It tells you when the mob drops are about to despawn, but now with the new hoppers there's really no need. So here's the old portal room I built. I plan on remaking it. It leads straight into the Nether hub, which I'll show you guys soon. It's pretty bland and I don't really like the way it came out, so I plan on redoing it at some point. But here's the brand new library I just put in. It took forever to gather all the books, but we've got our enchanting station here, we've got our anvil. Upstairs is not complete yet, so it's always filled with mobs, but this is going to be like a cafe area, and we've got our nice fireplace and chimney, etc. So in this room here, I plan on putting a brew station, some sort of large laboratory where I can brew potions, possibly automatically. And finally, in this last room, this is where I do my sort of transportation. So I don't know if you guys noticed before, but there was a big tunnel of water on this side of the base. You can see everything else here. This is for elevating mobs because they can't go up a piston elevator, or myself when the piston elevator is not working or something. I can use this water elevator instead. And in here I plan on putting a record station and a way to get up to this next floor. Previously I had been using a staircase that was sloppily built around one of these archways. I just can't seem to find which one it was. So we'll have to stack up there. Let me just find it real quick. Aha, here we are. So I don't know if I have enough blocks. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I do. Perfect. Oh no, my jump boost just ran out. How unlucky. Alright. I'll place a fence gate. I can't. Oh no. Alright, let's see if I can get up before my jump boost runs out this time. Alright, so this time I've got the jump boost. It's replenishing, so we don't have much time. Let's go for it. So we've got like 8 seconds possibly. Let's see what we can do. Yes, we've done it. Okay. So up here you can see this is like my redstone area. This is where those pillars with the switches, the redstone leads up to here. These are the 2 switches that don't do anything, but these ones do. That switch, as I said, diverts the mob flow. So basically, right now, the mobs will fall down straight from these 4 corners into these and go down those 4 tubes. When I turn on the XP farm, a block comes out here, and this dispenser shoots out water, and the mobs are instead funneled all the way into the center and drop down the center tube. And the reason the mob farm is so efficient, I designed it myself, the design for the mob farm. It's kind of like an ethos style, simple water farm. It works by just spawning mobs and then pushing them with water. The reason it's so efficient is because I've covered basically every spawn space in the world on the Flatworld with all the water I have. So this is the mob farm here. I planned on making it taller, like have more levels. Right now it's only 2 levels high, but it's so stupidly efficient that I don't really have to. Okay, we grabbed that wood. You can sort of see there's some spawning platforms here with some half slabs to disable spiders, and then the water makes them funnel into these holes here, which go to the 4 corners like I showed you. So this is the mob farm, and yeah, that's basically it for this. So if we drop down here, which I'm not sure whether or not we can survive the fall, but we can try. Half a heart, great, I thought so. So we've got 4 buildings surrounding the base. They're color coded. One of them has pink wool, one of them has red, another has gray, and another has, actually I think it's black is over there and gray is over in that corner. The colors are a way for me to tell which mob is housed in the building. So for example, this red one has wool because it has a lot of red sheep, because that's how I get all the carpet for the base. And the sheep are also the way that I used to do the villager trading, which is how I got all my diamond, all my glass, and all my redstone. The pink is of course for pigs, so here are the pigs. I've just completed these buildings recently, so there's not many mobs in the pig or cow section, and I've yet to find horses on the Flatworld, though I've traveled over 30,000 blocks. I have just yet to find them, so hopefully I can find them soon. So yeah, this is the cow one like I said, and around these buildings are some trees where I can get more saplings if I ever need to. So yeah, over there you'll see a bunch of portals with some water pouring down. That is the squid farm. When I stand over here, this works like a spider farm. So basically this is another one of my designs. It only spawns spiders and squid. That's an unfortunate side effect, but when I turn mobs on, it'll start spawning a lot of spiders. I've yet to make a killing system, so I've got to work on that. But there's 2 levels of it. It's my own design, and it spawns spiders like crazy, but no other mobs. And to discourage squids from spawning in this spider farm, I've made a squid farm over there, which basically teleports all the squid into the Nether, where they collect like crazy, and I get hundreds and hundreds of ink sacs at once. It's pretty ridiculous. So over there you can see a sneak peek of another thing I have over at this main base, which is the Cobblestone Mountain. I always call it the Cobblestone Mountain, but I should call it by its official name, Withering Heights, because that's the name the subscribers picked out. And it's because this is where I've done all the wither battles in the past. I've had 3, but one of them went horribly wrong, and I ran away, and then I accidentally set it to peaceful mode later on, without realizing that the wither would despawn. I'm slowly covering the mountain with trees. It'll take a long time though, because it's a pretty big mountain. I made it by going up very high in the sky and dumping lava and water alternately, and they created this big cobblestone mountain. I don't know if you could see, but at the top I've begun putting white carpet because I can't get snow on the Flatworld, so I'm going to cover about down to here with white carpet to make it look as if the top is snow-capped. And in here you can go into this jungly looking area, and it's just got a lot of glowstone and leaves and some random rails. All of this destruction in here was caused by the wither. This used to be a fairly solid room. Unfortunately, if you dig, you'll notice that like it's sort of checked like checkerboard, because when you pour lava and water, it doesn't make a perfect solid. It kind of makes checkers everywhere. So anyways, that's it for the Withering Heights, and that's pretty much it for around this base area. I've got a lot more stuff to show you guys, but I'll have to travel into the Nether in order to show you. So I think we're going to do that now. So let me just jump over to the Nether portal. Alright, so when we go into the portal, in the portal room, it spits us out here, and this is the Nether hub. This is sort of designed to look like a ship. I plan on clearing away that netherrack and possibly making this a glass observation ceiling type of thing. I'd also like a ladder all the way to the top of bedrock where I can kill withers and hopefully spawn pigmen for gold up there, because one of the only things in fact that I'm really poor on the Flatworld with is gold, it's one of the few things that I can get, but I don't really have much of. Yeah, I can't get sand on the flat world. I can't get reeds, so I can't get sugar or paper. So that's why books are hard to get. That's why I can't use TNT. But anyways, yeah, so if I stand near the squid farm, this is where the squids end up. You can see some died here. They all pour out of this portal, and they will fill this room up. They've done it in the past. I need to finish this room off. It's supposed to be sort of like an aquarium for the squid to die in, basically. And that's where a door goes. Anyways, so there are many tunnels. This one is sort of just so I can hop down. But this one eventually will lead to the Magma Cube farm. I've yet to connect that up. This one leads to the Iron Golem farm. This one goes to the Blaze XP farm. And this one goes to that auto smelter I was talking about earlier. So I can show you guys right now. I always get bats in here because they fly in from the bottom of my base. But basically how it works, it's broken right now, but it's very easily fixed. There's just some problems with the hoppers. But anyways, how it works is I put the cobble in here, it all funnels in, and I put the fuel in here, which is lava, and the minecart comes, picks it all up and spreads it out amongst these furnaces, and it spits out the stone very quickly, like 2 or 3 times a second, if not more. And yeah, so, and I use these, I use the lava. So I use the buckets to grab the lava from here and over there. So yeah, that's the smelter design. So I'd say we should hop over to the Blaze XP farm and I can show you guys that. Alright, so I'm on my way to the Blaze farm, and I thought I'd show you what these tunnels are kind of like. This one's not finished, it needs a roof. But the reason I did not put the roof on is because this tunnel system was designed for the pigs when Pigs with Carrots came out. So that was going to be my main mode of transportation, as since I'm so poor in gold and redstone's very valuable to me, I didn't want to use powered rails and minecart rails. So here we are, by the way. But basically, as soon as I built this for the pigs, and I built it too high, horses were announced, and so I decided not to put a roof on. And sure enough, you need 3 blocks of clearance to ride a horse, so I'll have to fix that. So anyways, here is another fortress I found, and up here I can sort of show you. I used this blaze cone design. Basically, it's very resource efficient. The blaze just find their own way down by pathfinding and eventually wind up in the center. I stand here, and I've got one of my enchanting tables here, and I wait. Usually it takes about 5 minutes, and then at the end of the 5 minutes, usually I set a timer, and then I do my homework while I wait. And at the end of the 5 minutes, I come down, I punch the blaze, and a piston will come out and make them crush them until they're all one-hit kill. And then I punch them to death and get the XP, and since there's 2, it's especially fast. And yeah, that way I can collect blaze rods for smelting things while I get levels for enchanting things. So that's pretty much all there is to see over here at the Blaze farm. There's another Nether fortress right over there. You can see there's a bit of a platform over there, which I can use for, you know, wither attacking and gathering. But right now I'm gonna hop over to the Iron Golem farm and show you guys that, because that's one of the other big projects we have here on the Flatworld. So I've got a lot to show you over there. Alrighty then, so here we are. We just popped out of the portal for the Iron Golem farm, and this is the place. So this is the, like I said, the Iron Golem farm. It's also called the Garden of Pharaohs. It's T-Pone 2424's Garden of Pharaohs. He was one of my first donators, and he donated a generous $50. So we can stand back on this circle and take a look. We've got the 2 Iron Golem towers up here. There's basically 4 spots where the with 2 levels each where the Iron Golems can spawn, and they all get funneled. This is, by the way, JL2579's design. I use Doc M77's tutorial. Anyways, the water streams will push all the Iron Golems straight to the center here, where they will die, and hoppers will take care of the rest. So, I've got these emerald blocks here to sort of flaunt our wealth here on the Flatworld, And yeah, these are supposed to look like sort of cartoony trees or, you know, shrubberies. They kind of look like dumbbells standing on their side, which is fine with me. But no, they're supposed to look like, you know, cartoony trees or bushes. And I think they kind of do that. It's almost like a parody of when you see a cell phone tower trying to look like a pine tree or something, and it looks terrible. But anyways, if I drop down here, this is where all the hoppers automatically collect the iron. And as you can see, I have a couple chests full. And while I'm down here, I can show you guys. It's not finished yet, of course. There's plenty to do here, but this is supposed to mimic a normal Minecraft cave. And this is where I put all the donators, their names, how much they donated, and what date they donated. So we've got 4 donations here. I think Rick Clark may have donated on 2 separate occasions, so I'm not sure on that, but I I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, we've got the 4 donations here. We've got $50 from T-Pone2424. We've got $5 from We Got 2 Words For You, and we've got $15 from ZNXBell and $20 from Rick Clark, which I think it may actually be 40. I can't remember. Maybe I'll have to look and update that. But anyways, yeah, like I said, this is supposed to mimic a normal Minecraft cave. Maybe not normal. I mean, I've tried to spruce it up a bit. You don't see caves like this too often, but I tried to make it pretty fancy. Over here, you can see like one of those general pockets you find in a cave. And right here, this ladder is supposed to mimic sort of when people dig down to bedrock for a strip mine, which is almost what I've done down here. Down here is where I mined all the dirt for the platform, so you can see it's pretty empty down here. We've got like a lone blacksmith who wandered down here somehow, and I think he sells pants. But yeah, so that's about it for this, and I tried to disguise that as sort of like I said, a strip mine sort of drop. So it's all supposed to, this entire the Garden of Pharaohs is supposed to mimic normal Minecraft. It's almost supposed to look like I took a couple chunks out of the normal game and pasted them into the Flatworld, which is why I've spent a lot of time with the grass and trees here and made hills and rivers and tried to make everything look like normal Minecraft, but almost fancier, if you will. So yeah, I've got this bridge here. This staircase leads right down into the donation cave, and right here is the first 150 subscribers. This is where I wrote all their names so they are immortalized, and I think Oswin Knott was the 150th, if I remember correctly, and the rest of the guys are on here. So it's pretty cool because a lot of these people I recognize who still post on my videos every once in a while and make comments, excuse me. So a lot of these people have been with me a long time, so they're usually my biggest and best supporters, so I thank them a whole lot. And yeah, you can go to the top of the Iron Golem farms, but that's mostly for maintenance. There's not too much to see around here. So I guess I better explain this giant Iron Golem statue over here. This is a recent construction that I did, and the purpose of it is to hide where I'm going to keep my villagers that I like to trade with. So essentially, all the villagers over here that I was hiding died, which is fine because we've got the 4 villages here. But even less fortunate was the villagers I had back at the main tower base all died as well. So I have this Iron Golem here, and basically I'm taking villagers from the nearby village right over here, and when I get I have a infinite villager creator, and then I use a furnace minecart to pump them up. They travel up this beanstalk in the middle here, and they will eventually end up right in here, and that way I can take the really good trades from down here in this village and bring them right up and hopefully trade with them all the time. You can see they're kind of freaking out because they fell into the sheep pen. But yeah, hopefully they don't die from zombie invasions, because that tends to happen and it's a huge pain in the butt. So that is about all there is to see over here. Some plans for the area, just so you guys know what's going on. I plan to extend the stone all the way down to the bottom someday, hopefully, and put a whole crazy cave system inside, much like the one we already have, but you know, it'll go up and down, and maybe I was thinking about trying to make a ravine and all sorts of cool stuff like that, maybe a mine shaft, because again, this is where I try to mimic normal Minecraft. So I could even probably make a stronghold down there and try to mimic that. So I think that would be a lot of fun. But anyways, now is time for the last thing I have to show on the world, pretty much. There's some other stuff here and there, but you will basically get that from watching the episodes. If you start watching now, or if you try to catch up. So yeah, basically in order to get to this last place, I don't have a tunnel going to it yet. I just haven't gotten around to it because I don't really use this place too often. But it's the Magma Cube farm. I call it the turtle farm because it works very slowly, and it's one of the biggest projects I've ever done here on the Flatworld. It took me absolutely forever, and I literally have to traverse hell to get there. So let me just do that, and I will turn on the recording once more. Alright, so that didn't actually take too long, and we're slowly closing in on where the farm is. I don't know how to get down there though. You can see though there's another brick outline. That is what I call the perimeter. I just need to find a way down. Give me one moment. I think there might be a way I can hop down. This seems safe enough. Hopefully I don't die. No, I can do that. That's a jump I can make. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, this nether perimeter is basically a big circle. I think it's 128 blocks, either radius or diameter. Might be, I think it's radius actually, because there's a 128 block radius around the player when he stands in any particular spot, and that is the radius in which mobs can spawn, and anything outside of that circle, the mobs will despawn. So this circle, it's all half slabbed, was meant to be completely void of any spawn spaces, and you can see all this flowing lava is where there used to be big netherrack islands that I got rid of. And the way that I did that without using TNT was with beds. And I basically farmed a whole lot of wool and a whole lot of wood, and I would explode the beds all over the island. That's why there's so much fire everywhere. And the beds would create an explosion much like TNT, but a lot more fire and a lot more annoying to deal with. So here's the very center of the circle. There used to be an entire nether fortress over here. Some of it still survives. There's a blaze farm that I kind of blocked off there. And yeah, this took me pretty much weeks of time, probably in-game as well. Like I'm talking like weeks of real life playing this game. This was one of the biggest projects I've ever done in Minecraft, and I hate it so much because it took me ages and ages to clear away all this netherrack. Finally, I gave up because it was taking absolutely forever. And as it turned out, the farm barely works. That's why I call it the turtle farm, because it barely does anything. But the concept was great. Let me just show you. If we go through this portal, it'll take us to a random spot in the overworld where I would make potions to help with the fire resist, and I would I actually have some stuff here. Probably nothing good though. I could use those torches. Take the bread. Yeah, why don't I just take some of this stuff while I'm here? I never come over here. So yeah, I would use the potions to prevent me from getting damaged. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of netherrack here that I had blown up, and there was a lot of wool. Now it's all put into the beds, I guess. But I have the sheep here for the wool, and the wood here for the wood to make the beds. So that was basically how I did things over here, and I regret ever doing this project. I don't regret it for real. It was a cool project, and it looks really cool. It's really impressive visually. I just wish it worked better. That's why I call it the turtle farm, because it kind of looks like a big like dinosaur turtle thing, and because it doesn't work very well. If we hop in here, you can see just how much redstone it uses, which is really killer when it comes to the Flatworld. There's 3 layers of pistons and redstone torches, and when anything spawns on those pressure plates, they'll be pushed down immediately. Now, since I don't have vines on the Flatworld here, there's no way for me to reset the fall damage, so a lot of these guys take a lot of hits to kill, which is why I installed these crusher systems, which are not technical. It's just a switch and some pistons, and I have to just judge it right and try and not kill them all. And then there's the master crusher, which controls all the pistons in the whole system. Like I said, doesn't really work as well as I'd like. Usually how I use it is when I first go from peaceful to hard mode, usually I can get like 5 spawns if I'm lucky. So usually what I do is I stand here, I turn it from peaceful to hard. If I get nothing, I turn it back to peaceful and then back to hard. If I get something, I kill it, then turn it to peaceful and then back to hard. And I do that again and again. As you can see, this is just how bad the farm is. It's not even doing anything. So yeah, pretty depressing. Oh, I think I heard a pigman. Yeah, a few pigmen here who we can crush to death and grab their gold nuggets, hopefully. So yeah, I should use this more, but I don't use it too often, so that's why there's no tunnel over here, I suppose. But anyways, that's about all I have to show for the entire Flatworld, believe it or not. It's been about a year, and that's all the stuff I've gotten done. To me, it doesn't seem like much, but I'm sure to you guys it seems like a lot, because yeah, I have been playing for a year, and I am just one person, but I have gotten a lot done for sure. So I hope you guys like it. In the future, I've got some awesome plans. For those of you who are already subscribed to me, I'm sure you guys hear me rambling about it all the time, but for those of you who are new, or recently new at least, I just want you guys to know that I've got some awesome stuff planned here on the Flatworld, so definitely stay tuned. I'm planning on installing a fully automatic AFK wood farm using a design by my good friend SC Petty, which harnesses the power of the Wither. So I'm planning on constructing one of those. I'm also planning on constructing some AFK infinite pig and cow breeders, which should be pretty fun. And on top of that, let's see. I've just got loads and loads of plans. I actually have an entire spreadsheet on Google filled with ideas and things that I need to do here. So of course, very excited to show you guys that and very excited to do it. Looking forward to hopefully another great year on the Flatworld if we get there. I know it's not like my anniversary on the Flatworld or anything. That would have been back in June or so, but it has been about a year and a few months. And definitely, yeah, another 25 episodes since the last time I did one of these checkpoint things. So, very cool stuff. Hope you guys liked the tour. Hope you guys liked the episode. I put these iron blocks there so that I wouldn't have to run across the soul sand. And the iron blocks were like the only blocks I had on me. And I'm just like so rich in iron, I didn't even care. That's pretty funny. So yeah, let me just head back into the base so we can say goodbye. I'm gonna turn it to peaceful mode because there's some stuff I've been doing that I've not lit up yet, so I don't want to have any surprises. So yeah, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the tour today. I'm saying yeah a lot, yeah. I guess that's all I have to say. I just wanted to sort of stop by here and run through the whole thing one more time, because I am very, very proud of this world. You'll probably hear me say once in a while that it's the world's greatest flat world, which I actually wholeheartedly believe. I don't know why the beacons aren't turning on for me right now, but yeah, I've never seen a better flat world, so I'm very, very proud of this world. I think it's a pretty cool creation, to be honest. So thank you so much to everybody who's been subscribed to me in the past and have supported me, and thank you so much to everybody new who's going to jump on the boat and hopefully enjoy my content in the future. Wishful thinking, I know, because I haven't really posted the video yet, but I'm hoping that maybe some new guys are going to come around. For the new guys, check out the Red Cube series as well. It's really fun. It's a very fast-growing vanilla SMP server with a lot of cool people on there. Everybody makes Let's Plays, and I've got a few other series with some friends. You can look at Far Cry or Psychonauts or other stuff like that. So I think it's officially time to say goodbye, because I've been trying to say goodbye for far too long. So I want to tell you guys, have a nice life.